Hey everybody, we're going to do Masters of the Universe, which I like to do personally, Motu Mondays. Some people do Mo Tuesdays. I like Motu Mondays. I'm an alliteration person, but I was always told to always avoid alliteration. So these Masterverse figures, sometimes when I see them I'm going, really they're Masterverse? Because I feel like sometimes they just phone it in. Now these were only $10, that's why I was like, meh, okay, I'll try them. So the hero's good. The Sun Man, I thought I got him, but I guess I left him there. The Battle Armor He-Man, I don't know what they're doing with his head, but I looked at his head and I thought about, now if you watch this on Monday, you're going to be confused because on Thursday I talk about this. I was thinking, Aquaman, And then Jitsu. I may have Jitsu. I've got to get around to opening my stuff instead of, I don't know, when I was taking care of my dad, I really couldn't do anything. Also, I was going over this one on a different video because I like to do one video per figure, that kind of thing. It was also $9.99, and it is it's a terrible Scareglow in my personal opinion, but I'll give it a chance. I just really am disappointed the way they treated Scareglow. Like again, Masterverse should be Masterpiece, Masters Universe is what it should be. All right, so here is Masters Universe Battle Armor He-Man from the new Eternia. Alright, so we get a background. And these figures don't appear to have any little plastic. To expect too soon. I see the plastic ties right now. So I'm going to have to do my little thing. And for some reason the lighting, I noticed on some of the videos, the lighting is weird today. Maybe it's the background lighting. Maybe it's because we have so little sunlight today. I don't know. It just seems like it's doing something weird to my camera. So apologies if the camera is not as good as it normally would be. I just realized his sword is also, they're trying to keep his sword from escaping. Oh boy. How many plastic ties can they possibly use? Too many. They've got to stop doing these plastic ties. I hate that sound. All right, there we go. And I left a hand in there. It was almost out. All right, there we go. So out of the package, here he is. Now I was going to see if there's any biography. I'd like to read these things and figure out what they're doing with it. Its original designs inspired by classic concepts. So I want to know, why is it called New Eternity? Is that the Preternia? I like the Preternia comics. I guess that's what they're called. Basically, my He-Man is not the wimpy He-Man on TV. Sorry, guys, if you like that He-Man. My He-Man was from the comic books where he was a big buff dude that saved a green woman from a dragon, and she gave him magical armor. And I'm like, that's my He-Man. When I saw the cartoon, I was like, ugh, I hated it so much as a kid. I was at that teenage or that tween-age phase. It's hard to tell. I guess if he started in 1984, then I was definitely a teenager. Anyway, I was just at that stage where I was like, this is stupid. Battle Armor He-Man, most powerful armor in the universe. Donning his powerful battle armor, General Adam, sailed farther than any ship in the Eternos Armada in search of a mythical Isle of Grayskull. Wow, this is way different. Upon finding this sword, he says, I have the power, and transforms into He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Why does he say that then if he's not told to? So I don't know. It says it's based off of original designs inspired by the classic concept. I still don't get it. Is it supposed to be what he was originally going to be? You know, he was going to be like, that was the comic? I've never read that one. All right, so evidently you're supposed to pull his armor off to get his battle damage one on. I like the original battle damage He-Man. That was cool. Oh, wow. I thought it was... This is really strange. It's like he's... Oh, man, that is really strange. Okay, so that is very strange indeed. So his head looked like Kurt Cobain with a beard. And we don't sound like Madonna. All right, so let's look at those eyes, because he looks like he is drunk or something. Kind of like Thor, to be honest with you. All right, so we got his armpit action. Is he too buff to have armpit? So I can't get his arm to go down any. Yes, I can. I had to squeeze really hard. So his armpit can go down that much, and then go up that much. And then he can go around 360 degrees. And of course he has a very obvious bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows, which go that far in. His wrist, he's got the slap wrist, and of course a 360. He doesn't have the sword wielding wrist, which is, of course, it doesn't go side to side, it goes up and down, which is kind of weird. He's got a ball joint up in his chest. He doesn't, oh, he does. He has a turn in his waist, but I think it knocked his armor off of his wet legs. He's got ball joints underneath, but they're really, really hindered by that armor. He's got thigh swivel that's I felt like I broke it just then. And he's got, you gotta be careful, like when you buy stuff secondhand like this is basically, it may be a return for that reason, and they just went ahead and Target sold it to, I'm pretty sure like a lot of this stuff comes from Target indirectly, because the Super Deals gets a lot of their overstock from Targets, which is the only way I can get Target toys around here. All right, so we got a swivel in the legs. Now these don't come apart, do they? Like you can't rip them apart and do the He-Man Masters of the Universe Origins with them. He's got a really flat foot. Like he needs more ankle. That should have been a little bit, it seems like it's too flat. Like it's unrealistically flat. He's got ankle rocker. He's got a dagger in his boot that does come out. I wasn't sure at first. All right, so he's got a sword that looks pretty cool. It's a really big version. And he's got a sword hand. And of course the battle axe was kind of more the weapon. It was the choice of this one. I think the original one didn't even come with anything but the battle axe, did it? It seems like when I was a kid, he only had a battle axe. He has a hole in his back, which I suppose is for his shield. How else could you put this shield on? Oh, right here. Now I feel like I have this shield from another toy that I got on clearance for $10 at Walmart. And then everybody says, no, you got the wrong things. My repackage. It was a repack. I was like, oh, well, all right. I still feel like I got $10 worth of stuff. So I guess I'm good. So I guess this may be where he got the shield from, whoever redid that repack and turned it into North Myrtle Beach. Whoever you are, shame on you. You're the reason it's bad for toys. Now this looks like it needs to be cleaned out because this will not go in that hole. I tried to push it in and I realized, well, no, it will go in under duress. So he's got his He shield and his He armor. Are they afraid to use a cross now? Is that what it is? They're afraid the other kids that are part of a different religion can't play with He-Man? I'm not sure. He's got two different fists, which you can always use for other action figures. So, like if you get a action figure without a hand, like I got a bunch of Power Rangers without hands, these may work. You might have to repaint them, of course. And then he's got the slap you hand, which is awesomely interesting. So here's the thing. I hope his head does come off because I'm about to take it off. Good. It's a big ball underneath. And I hope that it does work. All right. It looks like it might work because I want to make Aquaman, which I think this will make an excellent Aquaman. That looks very awesome to me. The arms probably don't come off now that I think about it, but I'm sure I got some arms of the other ones. Now, somebody let me know in the comments. I'm afraid to, but at the same time I want to. Let's take this armor back off like we're changing it to the other shield, and let's see what we got to work with underneath all that. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. All right, let's see if it comes out. If it does, it's in there tight, so I don't want to force it. If it's not going to come out, I don't want it to make it come out. So let me know in the comments, do these arms come off, and will they work with this He-Man? I feel like the size is right. I feel like the hands, God, they almost look alike, except the the biceps look the same almost. Not going to put this head back on here. That fits just fine. It's a little short on the neck. You know, maybe he used sunscreen and forgot to put it on his head. Yeah. But if I can get the arms off, at least it's a little bit more, and I can always put an ascot around him. Nope, those arms aren't coming off. They are not coming off. I thought, because I can always wrap it. Oh, well, he has legs. Well, he could be wearing pantyhose. That color of pantyhose. You know, that could happen. So I need some arms for this. And that He-Man, it really does look like Arthur from the 90s comics, which is my favorite era of the Aquaman. So I'm really digging this concept idea. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think that might not work. Let's see what that looks like without the little thingamabob in there. Well, it looks a little hollow, like he's missing, if I only had a heart. I don't think he's not got enough neck with the smaller, that neck does not look bad, but this one is like, it must be this neck right here. It's probably too short. That's why he was looking down when I got him. All right. So, well, that looks a little too hollow, though. But it looks more like the Bionic Man. You ever had the Bionic Man action figures? I'm getting one in the mail because I don't know what happened to mine. I haven't had one in a long time as far as I can remember. I have Mascutron. I have 2 Jamie Summers, as I got one at like a yard sale for like 50 cents one time. I was like, I'm not leaving that there. It's a mess. But, you know, Jamie Summers, one of the things I always have been afraid of hers, her foot will break off, because I've seen a lot of those. Every time you look on eBay, there's always a broken foot off of a Jamie Summers. I don't know what they were doing. So let me just take that hat off. Well, other than that, it's a pretty good body. It's a little stiff, but not bad. All right, so what did you guys think? I think I'm definitely going to need some different arms for him. Unless I paint these. I don't know. I just don't like to do a lot of painting because it scratches off and it looks bad. Even if you put a primer on there, still not going to work too well. All right, well, hey, y'all have a great day and a magnificent Motu Monday. Hopefully I get this out by this Monday, and then you'll be confused, but you'll go back and watch the video for this later. Adios, amiibo.